Tahir with your report, Banagavana Kaki Vinje. Asebo Monte, Itugani Asebo Monte, Enka. Bang the money to Pamni Governor, please.
Dr. Misore, Christine Atieno Oyuo, Joyce, the county. What we did here, if we had people like Emmanuel Achai, the one at Ragengni, tomato paste, and several other smaller ones could get from the millions. I was coming in as a willing citizen who had the wealth of foundations and individual contributions can turn into this. Talk about what took place in Bondo constituency, but I do believe that the governor and the MP are together in this. And Ragengni, tomato paste without pickup, and any other smaller projects that failed could also be.
His Excellency the Governor, I am the Secretary of the Board, Rubber for Producers and Marketers Cooperative Society. There is the title deed of this land. We are sitting on a land about 1.7 acres and need the title deed of the office. Next, we use a lot of water, about 5,000 liters a day. As a cooperative, use life because it's so congested, it's so for yourself. We can no longer be accommodated there, so we'd like to be facilitated to get a team. We got a certificate in 2017 and we partnered with E&A, and that is where we are.
You see, the governor, Siaya County, deputy governors, and we kept fighting. E&A was registered in 2002. And when we started operating, we had a lot of challenges. As you can see, this building actually was built as a residential building. It doesn't portray the picture of a factory, but we are using it as it is. The machines we found in here, so we had to remove them and get new machines. On the way, we met good partners known as KCDMS, an agent of Waziri should have a department that helps wananchi to do a proposal. All these mines we have here are so good and have a
ndalo mane watimo campaign ne wawacho ni jothurwa kata tek kata yot to miwauru tich bugoko so kugoyo uyoma bende nogo kura kaka sadhi wan waonge bisik governor wan waonge gope en maen gano to kaka ne maber asewuotho kuome nyocho chota gimoro matin ni koro ne ane chief whip Siaya mar ODM party koro chuna ni nyaka ne governor tich pana maber jodalawa maja sembo adwa kawo thuolo ni kendo mar duoko nwero kamano kuom yiero tiende ura mol Otiende ja sembo misihera mogik jothuru adwa duoko nwero kamano mogik uyiero wuoyini moro mana uyiero jatupuru jothuru maja sembo aduoko nwero kamano to koro udwa neno pogruok mar tich udwa neno kaka ukeyo tijonu to gimoro amora inuoye mana kogwe ichake chon tinuoye ero kamano aonge wach James Agri Bob Orengo gi deputy mare ang'eyo norengo ne dongo winjo mpango ne jothuru waunguro Orengo lwedo tata promise ni ja
We are citizens of this country. We are happy and grateful when we get the opportunity for the government to do any distribution, be it food, be it fertilizer, or whatever it is that will assist the common mwananchi. Because we know the cost of living is extremely high, and there is drought in this country. There is failure of rain even in Rarieda, and therefore we welcome the initiative. And I want to encourage our people to receive warmly any such donation. It is not a favor. Such donations are not favors. It is a recognition that we are all members of this community, we all pay tax, and therefore we are equally entitled to benefit as others benefit elsewhere. Dum gozoka dum. When we receive such things, we will cooperate, but we do not need to submit. Anuo? We will cooperate with the government, but we do not need to submit. No one needs to come and tell us that in order to get development, go and join UDA. We will not join. Hello? I want to assure you, Jorarieda, Nuyere ODM, or Kadiwe ODM, Nadiye UDA, ni in the name of development. Let me tell you what development is. We wrote the Constitution. The Constitution has 48 governments. One national, 47 county. Each of the 47 counties are entitled to their share of national revenue. Development is working with Governor Orengo so that we do the things we are doing here today. I do not need to join UDA for development. Hello? Development is utilizing CDF monies to do the roads, to do the schools in Rarieda constituency. Do not go there and claim you are going in the name of the people of Rarieda when you are going in the name of your own stomach. Your stomach, you are entitled to take it where it takes you. But go in your name, not in our name. In our name we will cooperate, but we will not submit. If it means remaining in the opposition, we will remain until the day we become government. And then those people, we will expect them also to go to the opposition without joining us. Because Kenya is a multi-party democracy. In fact, it is doing the government a favor to remain in the opposition, to oppose so that they improve on what they are doing. We commit to do that without submission, without let, and without hindrance. On that account, let me now take the opportunity.
I want to say this. The criminal justice system in Kenya must remain true to constitutional values. We are seeing a situation where cases are being withdrawn in court, and in my view, it shows weaknesses in our institutions. There is no case that is taken by the police or by the prosecution to a court of law which should be withdrawn because of political connections. It is obvious, and I can tell this without fear of contradiction, that if the Deputy President Gachagua was not the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, his case would not have been withdrawn. It is being withdrawn because he is the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. That is an abuse of the criminal justice system. Because there are many Kenyans also who have cases before the courts of law, whose cases do not deserve to be in the courts of law. They cannot get their cases withdrawn because they are lesser beings. So the institutions of justice must remain true, and courts must examine properly all cases before those cases are withdrawn. Otherwise, our friends were talking about weaponization of the criminal justice system, but there is now an alternative process of using and abusing the criminal justice system. Let the courts be the determinant of whether a case is properly before the court instead of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Because if he is saying that those cases should not have gone to court, then there has been an abuse. Not even with the police, because cases are taken to court by the Director of Public Prosecution. And lastly, the UDA government are realizing that talking and governing are very different kind of calling. They are now making a lot of excuses. And some of them are also even contemplating increasing or removing the limitation of tenure in the office of the President of the Republic of Kenya. It's like saying that Orengo should be governor in Siaya for so many years. You know, like Otiende was in Congo Brazzaville, where there's a character there who has been a president for 40 years. 40 years. He cannot even remember when he was sworn as president for the first time. We don't want a situation like that. Never, never in this republic. Limitation of tenure is an important constitutional instrument. But what we are trying to say, the government operates under a constitution that should not be abused, and the criminal justice system should not be abused. They should begin to deliver. Now, I am happy in a way, because Raila Amolo Odinga promised 6,000 shillings for the poor every month, but now the hustler people are telling us their money is not for free, and that money is supposed not to go to the hustlers, it's supposed to go to the middle income or those who have got investments that can employ it in generational wealth. Because hustlers, according to Ruto now, he has changed his mind to establish that hustlers cannot generate wealth. Now he's saying what hustlers need most are mobile phones, smartphones. But remember, the person promising you a smartphone promised our kids laptops. You know, laptops and a smartphone, they belong to the same scientific kind of, instruments. And I can tell you a smartphone probably is more difficult to supply than a laptop, especially the cheap one that they wanted to bring. So all this is politics. They should start governing. As Orengo is also starting to govern. I have not promised you anything that I cannot achieve. Under the Nyalore agenda, we are concentrating on water, and we are going to resolve those water problems.